Hello everyone, it's Gary from Nintendo Dads back once again with another impressions video and gameplay of this time it's for the Blob 2. Now, for those of you who don't know what the Blob is, it was originally a Nintendo Wii game by THQ and it also spun a sequel, which, believe it or not, is this game that we're playing right now, the Blob 2. Now, the Blob 2 is actually an older game. It was, I believe, originally for Xbox 360 and then eventually found its way back to the Wii and the other consoles of the generation, and it's a neat little platformer. Before we start, I would say that this is possibly aimed more at the younger generation, and it's a neat little introduction to 3D platforming. As you guys know, modern platformers, they can be a little bit tough, they can be unforgiving, and they can be full of deadly pitfalls. Now, that being said, this game, because it is a little bit older, does have some of the problems that those games used to have. Now, what I mean by that is the camera angles can sometimes be a bit tricky. It can sometimes have a bit of mind of its own, do whatever it wants itself. But largely, it's fairly good. Like you see, that's one of the bad things I fell into a pit. It's not really doing anything, you know. I just kind of carry on. Doesn't really affect me too much in any sort of way. But yeah, the idea is that you're in this world that's black and white, and you have to basically bring it back to colour. There is little missions and stuff to do, and one of the neat little things is, as you can probably hear right now, is as you're painting a building a different colour, there is a different music track that plays depending on what colour you are. I actually found this like quite a neat little sort of thing to do, because you know, you always get the visual representation of the colour changing, but a lot of people don't think of music in this sort of way, so it is quite funky. It all ties in fairly well, and as I said, this is probably for the younger generation really. There's not much challenge to it. It is quite laid back, but if you like that sort of thing in a game as well, then there's absolutely no problem with that at all. I've been playing this chilled in handheld mode quite a lot, and it works pretty well. As you can see now, it is docked footage, and basically you get all sorts of little missions throughout this game. Some of them will just be painting the buildings the right colour, or saving something, or destroying so many of this and so many of that. It is very, very 90s sort of nostalgic. It's got that sort of just the feel and look to a 90s platformer, and it's very sort of collectathon-y as well. You've got a lot of things that you can do in it, a lot of things you can collect and see, and you also get graded on your levels as well, so there's replayability there as well. As you progress, there's different levels with very different looking visuals, but each level sort of is very familiar throughout. As you can see, there's a lot of the same buildings and a lot of the same trees and stuff like that, but I don't find it to be that much of a problem at all, to be honest. Like I said, it is fairly laid back, and this game is actually a bit of a bargain. It's quite cheap in the eShop, so you know, if you're looking for a nostalgia kick or something to just leisurely play, then this might definitely be a game for you to pick up. I've definitely been enjoying it. Like I said, I've been playing it quite casually. I don't think there's much there for the hardcore at all, which is also fine. We got to paint that a blue colour, so we need to find a blue paint. There we go. And as you can see in the top right, the Blob has like a mask to him. Oops, I've just gone into the water and got rid of the colour. And as you paint things, that slowly goes down, as you can see. So you have to be cautious of what you're painting and how much you're painting, as you can deplete it completely. And some more collectathon things there as well. But yeah, as I say, overall it is a neat little game. Maybe not for the hardcore, definitely for the younger audience. Definitely worth the price, I say. And worth checking out. So, The original is actually on the eShop as well at the minute. I haven't played that, so I'm sorry I can't compare the two. But if you are into 90s platformers, then like I say, definitely worth checking out. So thank you very much for watching, guys, and if you're interested in the Blob and other things Nintendo, then stay right here on Nintendo Dads and listen to the podcast, which goes live on YouTube on a Thursday night or Friday morning if you're in England, and then goes to iTunes and all the other good podcasting services directly after that. So thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.